Hello, and welcome. Does this sound familiar? You go to bed tired, you fall asleep, but then, like clockwork, you wake up. It's 2, or maybe 3 in the morning, and you are completely, frustratingly awake. Your body is exhausted, but your mind is racing. And the more you check the clock, the more stressed you become, knowing that your day is going to be ruined by fatigue. It is one of the most maddening experiences, and it is incredibly common, especially for those of us over 60. We often just blame this on getting older. We accept it as a new normal. But what if it's not? What if that 2 a.m. wake-up call isn't just a random part of aging, but a specific biological signal your body is sending you? A signal that you can actually answer. What I'm about to share with you is a very simple 2-ingredient nightcap that you likely have in your kitchen right now. It's not a drug or a supplement, but a simple combination of 2 whole foods that, when taken before bed, can address the root cause of that disruptive nighttime waking. It's a ritual that can help you finally sleep through the night and allow your body to do its crucial repair work. So, let's first understand why this happens. Why do we wake up at that specific time? The problem isn't your sleep. The problem is stress. Specifically, a hormone called cortisol. We all know it as the stress hormone. It's what gives us that fight-or-flight jolt. During the day, it's useful. It wakes us up in the morning and gives us energy. But at night, cortisol should be at its lowest possible level, allowing our bodies to enter a state of deep, restorative rest. Unfortunately, many things in our modern life cause cortisol to spike at night. Eating a heavy meal too late, watching the news or scrolling on a phone in bed, or even just worrying about the next day's to-do list, all of these things can signal stress to your body, raising cortisol levels when they should be falling. But there is a hidden trigger for cortisol that almost no one talks about, and it is the key to understanding that 2 a.m. wake-up. You see, your brain is incredibly active at night, even while you sleep. It is repairing pathways, consolidating memories, and running all your body's systems. And all that work requires energy. The brain's primary fuel source is glycogen, which is stored in your liver. Here is the crucial part. Your liver only has a limited supply of this glycogen, enough to last for about 6 to 8 hours. If you eat dinner at 6 p.m. by 2 or 3 a.m., that fuel tank is running empty. Your brain senses this fuel crisis, and it panics. It needs energy, and it needs it now. So what does it do? It floods your body with cortisol and adrenaline. These are stress hormones, and one of their main jobs is to raise blood sugar to provide emergency energy. That jolt of cortisol is what snaps you awake. You're not waking up because you're a bad sleeper. You're waking up because your brain ran out of gas and pulled the fire alarm. And this creates a truly vicious cycle, because deep sleep is not just rest time, it is repair time. This is when your body is meant to produce vital restorative compounds, like human growth hormone, which repairs tissues, maintains muscle, and keeps us feeling youthful and resilient. But cortisol is the direct opposite of these restorative hormones. When cortisol is high, all repair and restoration stops. The body can't be in fight or flight and rest and repair at the same time. So when you wake up at 3 a.m. and can't get back to sleep, you are not just losing sleep. You are losing precious, vital repair time. This is why you wake up in the morning feeling stiff, groggy, unrestored, and older than you should. So, how do we fix it? The answer is beautifully simple. We don't need a sleeping pill to knock us out. We just need to make sure the brain doesn't run out of fuel. We need to give it a stable, long-lasting source of energy to bridge that gap. This brings us to our first ingredient, which is raw honey. Now, I must be very specific here. I am not talking about the processed clear honey in the plastic bear. That is often little more than sugar syrup. I am talking about raw, unfiltered honey. Raw honey is a perfect natural food, and it has a unique composition of fructose and glucose that makes it the ideal fuel for the liver. The fructose in the honey goes directly to replenishing those liver glycogen stores. It is like topping off your brain's fuel tank right before bed. Just 1 teaspoon of raw honey can provide your brain with the stable fuel it needs to sail right through the night, preventing that 2 a.m. fuel crisis and keeping cortisol levels low and calm. But the honey is only half of the equation. If you take honey by itself, it might be absorbed too quickly, which is not what we want. We don't want a spike in energy. We want a time-release effect. We want that fuel to last all night long. And that is where our second magical ingredient comes in: extra virgin olive oil. When you combine the raw honey with a healthy fat, like olive oil, something wonderful happens. The fat slows down the digestion and absorption of the honey. It creates a slow, steady, sustained release of that perfect brain fuel all night long. It turns that teaspoon of honey from a quick snack into an 8-hour time-release fuel pellet for your brain. The olive oil itself brings its own powerful benefits. It's profoundly anti-inflammatory, it's wonderful for heart health, and it supports your body's restorative processes. It is the perfect partner to the honey. So, here is the ritual. It is very precise, and this is important. About 30 minutes before you plan to go to sleep, and this is key, at least 2 hours after your last meal, you will prepare this simple mixture. You need to do this on a relatively empty stomach, so your body isn't busy digesting a large dinner. You take 1 teaspoon of raw honey. You take 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil. You can mix them together in a small spoon and take it just like that. That's it. This is not a sedative. It will not knock you out like a sleeping pill. That is not the goal. The goal is to prevent the stress signal that wakes you up. You will simply find that you are able to stay asleep. You will allow your body to finally sink into those deep, restorative stages of sleep that it has been missing. When you practice this, you may notice you not only sleep through the night, but you start to wake up feeling different, more refreshed, clearer, with more energy. That feeling is the feeling of true restoration. Now, this simple ritual is powerful, but it works best when it's part of a larger plan. You can amplify its effects by respecting your body's natural rhythms. First, try to finish your last meal at least 3 hours before you go to bed. This lets your digestion complete, so your body is ready for rest, not work. Second, create a digital sunset. An hour before bed, turn off the screens, the news, the emails, the social media. They can all wait. The blue light and the stressful content are triggers for cortisol. Instead, read a book, listen to calm music, talk with a loved one, tell your brain that the day is over, and finally, honor the darkness. Make your bedroom a sanctuary. Keep it cool, keep it dark, and keep it quiet. This signals to your body on a primitive level that it is time for deep, uninterrupted sleep. When you combine these good habits with the honey and olive oil ritual, you are creating the perfect environment for healing and restoration. This isn't just about sleeping. It's about recovering your vitality. It's about giving your body the chance to repair itself so you can wake up tomorrow feeling strong, clear, and truly ready to enjoy your day. You don't have to accept restless nights as a part of life. Your body is sending you a signal. Now, you know how to answer it. Try this for 1 week. 1 teaspoon of raw honey, 1 teaspoon of olive oil, 30 minutes before bed. It's a small step, but it can be the key that unlocks the deep, restful sleep you deserve. Thank you for your time. Be well and sleep well.